Are there infinite versions of you? Every decision you've ever made. What if it wasn't the only one? What if, somewhere out there, another version of you chose differently? In one world, you pressed play. In another, you scrolled past. In a third, you never existed at all. This is the idea that terrifies and fascinates in equal measure. The multiverse. Not one universe, but many. Maybe even infinitely many. For most of history, we believed in a single stage where reality unfolds. One cosmos, one timeline, one you. But modern physics whispers a bigger story. A story where the Big Bang was not a singular event, but one bubble in a vast frothing sea of space and time. Where possibility doesn't visit, it branches. If that's true, then everything that can happen does happen, somewhere, including a version of you that took the road you didn't. There isn't one multiverse. There are several ideas that point beyond our horizon. Level 1, beyond our light cone. If space is effectively infinite, regions beyond what we can see repeat patterns of matter. Given enough room, arrangements recur. Eventually, a patch nearly identical to ours appears. Same physics, same chemistry, maybe a planet uncannily like Earth. Not parallel in time, but in distance. Level 2, eternal inflation. After the Big Bang, space didn't simply expand, it inflated explosively. If inflation is eternal, it spawns bubbles endlessly, each bubble cooling into a universe with its own constants and rules. Some are sterile, some burn too bright, some look like ours. Level 3, quantum branching. At the smallest scales, particles don't pick a single outcome. They explore all possible outcomes as probabilities. On measurement, we see one, but in the many worlds interpretation, reality doesn't choose, it splits. You turn left in one branch, right in another. Every decision is a fork. Every fork is a world. Level 4, mathematical realities. If mathematics is the language of the cosmos, then every complete set of equations might define a universe. In this view, existence is the set of all consistent structures. If a reality can exist coherently, it does. We cannot yet travel to another universe, but our own universe carries whispers of plurality. The cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, contains anomalies, cold spots, and alignments that some have speculated could be bruises from bubble collisions. It's debated, yes, but the thought lingers. Quantum experiments show interference patterns as if particles traverse multiple paths at once. Under many worlds, the interference is the gentle pressure of nearby branches. Worlds you cannot see, but still feel in equations. Black holes challenge the fate of information. If information can't be destroyed, it must go somewhere, perhaps encoded in subtle radiation here, or released elsewhere. String theory hints at hidden dimensions. If space has more folds than we perceive, entire realities could be stacked like pages in a closed book, close but unreadable. None of these is proof, but together they nudge the imagination across the threshold. Infinity is tricky. If there are infinitely many universes, how do we speak of odds? Physicists call this the measure problem. When everything happens infinitely often, what does likely even mean? It's not just math, it's meaning. Because your existence is a probability miracle. Yet in infinity, miracles are routine. The mind reels and then steadies. Because the question isn't, does everything happen? It's, which story are you living? If there are countless versions, who owns your name? One you loved and lost, one you never met them, one you stayed, one you left, one you became everything you hoped, and one who never tried. We crave a single thread, a single self. But the multiverse tells us the tapestry is vast. Here's the paradox. Only this consciousness is real to you. Not because others don't exist, but because experience is local. Your awareness is a lighthouse in a fog of possibilities. It illuminates this coastline, not all of them. And that makes this path sacred. If all outcomes occur, is choosing an illusion? Maybe not. Choice is the act of locating yourself in the branching. You are not selecting which universes exist. You're selecting which one you inhabit. Ethics still matters because experience matters. Pain is pain in any branch. Kindness is kindness in every world that contains it. Meaning is not diluted by abundance. It is amplified by intention. Philosophers have toyed with unsettling ideas in a branching cosmos, from Boltzmann brains to quantum immortality. These are not guides for life. They reveal tensions between probability, identity, and observation, and why humility belongs at the edge of what we know. In practice, the ethical compass points the same way it always has, toward compassion, curiosity, and responsibility in the world you can touch. Detection is hard, maybe impulse. If the multiverse is true, your choices ripple through a network you'll never see. If it isn't, your choices still sculpt the only universe you'll ever know. Either way, meaning survives. Maybe the deepest mystery isn't the number of worlds, it's the light that sees them. Call it awareness, mind, soul, or the watcher. It does not multiply when the branches do. It attends, it learns, it loves. Perhaps consciousness is how the universe experiences itself. One perspective per world, one heartbeat per life, one fragile, luminous story at a time. If there are infinite versions of you, let this be the one that chooses gently, thinks clearly, and builds something beautiful from the space between stars. Because whether the multiverse is fact or metaphor, you are here, you are aware. And in this branch, that's enough to change everything. If this made you feel very small and somehow more alive, subscribe for more cinematic explorations of science, mind, and meaning.